What's going on, everyone? iOS 12.1.2 just came out, and the iPhone NFC is supported. I can't even speak English today. I'm not, guys, but psych, the wrong number. So I'll be honest, 12.1.1 just came out like last week, and I was not expecting Apple to actually go and release another update so soon. I mean, if you think about it, iOS 12 has only gotten like 3 or 4 major versions of updates so far, versus on iOS 11. I mean, we were on like the 20th version at this point. Now, in their defense, it could be because iOS 12 is so much better and it doesn't need to be fixed all the time, but there were some crucial bugs that iOS 12.1.1 had, even 12.1, that Apple actually did address in this update. So this update didn't bring any crazy features, nothing new. Performance is pretty much the same. I'll show you the multi-core score in a second, but as you can see, this update came to around 58.3 megabytes. I think this is the same one as the iPhone 6, but the size of this update coming from 12.1.1 was around the 60 megabyte mark. So you can literally have like no memory on your phone and still be able to update to 12.1.2 if you're coming from 12.1.1. If you're coming from a different version, it's going to be completely different. Added like a couple hundred megabytes, you're probably going to be around like 300, 400 megabytes if you're coming from a different version of iOS. If you read the release notes, they actually state that they fixed a connectivity issue, which I actually experienced on my iPhone 10. I was not expecting it to happen on my iPhone 10, but if I was going to like, let's say like the gas station or something, I need to play music, my data was extremely slow. I don't know if it's the same bug that iOS is talking about or Apple's talking about in their release notes and everyone else is talking about as well, but I was experiencing some issues when I updated to around 12.1. That's when I started seeing it. So that's when everyone else started seeing it as well. So with this update, they actually did fix that, so that's a good thing. And, like I said, performance has been pretty much the same as well. I find it pretty snappy. Every time I pick up the iPhone SE, I'm just so surprised. I think it's because I always pick up the iPhone 5S right after, and I just see how laggy the iPhone 5S is. And then when I go and I actually like mess with the iPhone SE, it's just so much faster. So maybe it's like a placebo effect or something, but I knew the iPhone SE is super fast, as you can see. Now, it did run a benchmark, and on iOS 12.1.1, at a multi-core score of 146,876, and I just reran it, and it actually did go up to 151,235, so about a 5,000 point increase, which is pretty insane. That's the highest increase of score I've seen on this specific version of iOS. I think the iPhone 6s, actually no, I take that back. The iPhone 6s score went up quite a bit as well. The iPhone 6 score went down, the iPhone 5s score went up as well, so I think maybe this update is pretty decent on performance. Maybe they're cleaning out a lot of the back-end stuff and they're maybe speeding up the phone by doing that and by cleaning up the bugs, so that could be it. But again, the multi-core score is not the end-all be-all. It's not like the main important thing. It's just overall, usability and everything. And I do think that this phone is super fast. Whenever I do anything with it, I don't see this phone being slow at all. And I like this phone a lot, and that's why I'm still giving one away. If you want to enter that giveaway, click the first link in the description. But this update, in my opinion, has my seal of approval. I think it's decent. I will have to test it a little bit more. I will have an updated review video in a couple days once I'm done using it and everything. But from the initial thoughts, I think it's pretty decent. If you're waiting for a jailbreak and you're on 12.1 or earlier, I would probably recommend you just stay where you're at. But if you're on 12.1.1, I think you could probably update and still get the jailbreak at the same time as 12.1.1. Now, that's just my opinion. There's no factual thing behind it, but that's kind of what I think. From past versions too, that's usually what happens with jailbreaks, but that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions or anything like that, leave it down in the comment section below. Hit that like button. That don't mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also, check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel. All those links are linked down below. I would really appreciate if you guys could go check it out. But more importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.